Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, Hyphens Classics. Today, coming from a slightly different view, introduction to the next episode. We've got the R53 W11 engine, part 7. So in the last episode, we managed to get the harmonic balancer off. We've taken the oil pump off. Now we're going to take the oil pump apart, have a look inside it. That's number one. Then we're going to take the rocker arms off, get the cam out, have a look at that. And then we might pop the head off and see what's happening inside. We've cleaned everything up, obviously. We did pull the seals out of here, but as you hopefully saw, whoever's been in here before, had put heaps of silicone around there, and so this was literally covered from silicone from this edge to this edge. Which, like I've said, if bits break off, they go straight into the oil flow. With any luck, obviously, here, depending on the oil flow, it's going to be caught by the filter. And you would have had a lot of stuff in the filter, but the opportunity for it to then have bits drop down through here, and if he goes round, you'll see here at the bottom here and here, massive hole straight down the sump. So you get bits of silicone that gets sucked up again. Hopefully it gets sucked up through here and then caught by the filter, but you've got then bits of silicone floating around inside the pump and all sorts of things. Not great, but we'll see how it goes. I know, sorry, I do keep moaning a little bit about silicone. I really, as you may have guessed, don't like it. Especially, it's not how these things were designed. They weren't designed to have silicone on them, or else the manufacturer would have done it, but they didn't. Oh, right, we'll shut it now. What we're going to do is we're going to try, he says. Probably don't quite, this is a bit small. I might have to go and get a different, jeepers, these are on tight, aren't they? There we go. Let's see if we can loosen all these up. And we'll have a look at what the oil pump actually looks like. Right. Ooh. Ooh, what was in there? So obviously this piece is sealed off, and at first I thought that was maybe different car, has a different output, but there's a little spring-loaded valve in there. I wonder if that's, I don't know, because you've got, so that goes there, and you've also got oil coming in there. Interesting. Someone who's smarter, please tell me what that is. Some sort of, obviously, pressure system. As oil pressure builds up in here, it's going to release and I'm assuming it's going to build up there, push that in, which means oil will flow through here, which is partly back out to there. Okay, so maybe it's so you've got the pump builds up, spins up, and it's pumping oil through here. So the oil's coming up from the sump up through here, and this is spinning obviously, round, and the oil's being pumped through these gaps here and going up through to the oil filter, which is out through here. But there's also oil coming up as it's being sucked up, going through here, which as pressure builds up, it's going to release and then let oil back in, basically in round through that. Hopefully you can see that, but see there's a gap there, so it'll release oil back through round and extra oil through there. So always interesting to see how things work. I'm assuming that is, as the car's spinning up, the oil pressure is going to get, the pressure is going to build up, and it's maybe a way of getting oil through the system. But someone who can explain it better, please comment below. What's that? Is that some form of gasket, or don't tell me that's what is that? Basically, let's lift this off, but as you can see here, there's some black stuff in that slot. Some nice wear marks on there. Pull that one up. Right, so we will clean all this up properly. We're going to pop that. We'll pop that seal out and put another one in it. I'm probably not going to use that one at the moment because this seal is in short supply, and I want that in my car, which this one's not going in my car yet. So we don't need to rush to get this in. So this here obviously is what's being driven by the crank. Let's see if we can see that. Now I want to make sure, again from a camera angle. So there's flat spots on the crank there, we can see. So there we go. So that's sitting there, right? Only goes on that flat spot. Would actually sit that way. So obviously the crank spins this around. So as we can see, oil comes up through here. Hasn't got a lot of places to go. This is sitting on the crank. This is sitting somewhere here like this. The oil comes in, it comes up into here. This is spinning, and obviously as it spins, it's causing this outer ring to spin around, and it's picking up oil and pushing it along. It goes through to here. I imagine there's going to be obviously oil trapped in here all the way along as well, so that'll also get pushed. That'll get pushed around to here. As that spins, it's pushing oil around. Oil will drop through here and into here. So with this top one, you come through into here, and then it's out the bottom one and off to the filter. But interesting, I'm trying to find something to pick this out and just see, because that looks like silicone. So obviously someone hasn't had this off and put silicone on this. It doesn't need it, but because silicone's been on here, and then at some point, before it's set completely, the engine's been turned on probably. Let's see, the silicone's still in here. So silicone has got down through and come up into the pump, and got through down through this pressure, this little vein down here, and got in here. Or is that just dirt? No, that's just dirt. Is it silicone? Is it? No, that's silicone. Look, stretchy. I'm glad we pulled this apart. It's always interesting to learn and understand how things work, which we have learned today. We've also learned that Michael hates silicone, even though I'll be brutally honest and say I have used it before. But for now, we've seen what it looks inside. Everything looks okay. You said I might as well pop that oil seal out. Actually, we might do that right now, and then we'll sit it back together just for today. That came out nice and easy. Okay, so I thought while we're here, I was going to take the timing chain off and let's look for the damage for it. Problem is it turns out I think this might be 18mm, and do have one somewhere, but it's in a socket set somewhere, so bit of a challenge. I'll have to look for it, but I thought we'll undo these. So these are the bolts that hold the chain guide in, and the reason I want to take this off now is because I'll need this locking tool, because I need to take the vibration dampener off that engine over there. Might need something a bit stronger. Something big. Well, I don't have to strain too much. Oh wait, no, that's I need my little adapter. Try not to break another one. Actually, from what we can see in, I don't know how much you can see in here, this is just a hole to get into the bolt that holds the guide in place. Right, we have to check we've got replacement O-rings for that. First challenge, let's get this out. Another one stuck. The big question for me is, has someone changed this chain and guides in the past and just left, you know, the remains of the plastic from the other one in the bottom? Because obviously we found bits of plastic, so we will have a look at that, take that out, but again, need to get that out. We could take these out, but I think I'll wait till I've got that out. You can also see just under, well, hang on, he says you can see, I can just see. Can you see? You might be able to see. Just underneath this bolt here, which is holding the guide in, is one of the head bolts, one of the shorter head bolts down the side there. Obviously, so these screws, this will have to come out before we can get the head off. But again, I need the right bit for that. Right, good luck. Apart from the blood, I found an 18mm bit. It's not brilliant, but what's happening there? Is that? Oh yeah, that's turning. God, for a minute there, I was a little bit worried. Is that? Yeah, that. God, that was actually not that tight. That'd be a concern, wouldn't it? This is probably going to pop round as the valve springs decide to settle where they want, but that's okay. Because this is going to be completely taken apart anyway. So okay, right, well, we've got that off, which is good. So we'll pop the chain out, we'll loosen off the guides, I think. Yeah, that's what we need to do. So what size is that one again? Should we go with 19? Looks like someone's had a go at trying to mangle it, which is nice. In the past. Oh, it's loose. I must have loosened it maybe once before. So as we can see, there's the tensioner that comes out and pushes up against there. And as you can see, that's popped out. It's got, oh no, you can't see because I'm not. And as you can see on this, it's got little holes here, where I'm assuming that's where it fills up with oil, unless there's somewhere else. Oh, this is loose. Oh, okay. Oh, maybe oil actually can get in down the end there. There's a little ball bearing in there, so there's probably a spring in behind it. Right, let's do that. A bit of blood. Right, so as I said before, sorry, if just in case I've missed it, there's the tensioner. Has that got a nice copper washer on it? Kind of looks like it does, yes. We'll have to look at that and see if we can get another one. It's got little holes in here. I'm picking that those holes are where oil might come out in the end, but I'm thinking that oil can get in here up. Maybe, maybe not. Someone else, maybe someone else knows, I don't know. I can't tell whether that's, it's almost like there is a little channel there for oil to get in, and then as oil pressure builds up, it goes in, that as the pressure builds up, the spring releases in behind there and oil goes and fills that up a bit. So as you can see, it's definitely got a spring tension to it. It's quite crunchy. I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be like that, but anyway, never mind. We've got a replacement, so it's no big deal. Right. So now this should be able to come off. We're not worried about losing the timing on it. So, and then now you probably can't see anything. You probably saw that. And go up like this. Try and just wiggle the chain off there. See if can we get it off the top there. Right. Okay, good. I've seen the link. The links aren't gold, they're like a blue colour. So there's one, and there's the two. So obviously when it goes back, sprockets certainly look, don't know. Who knows whether this has been replaced or not. I think this one was 10. It is. Right. One guide. That is not new. There you go. Look. So I wasn't sure about this, but yeah, you can see yeah, that's had pieces break off the bottom. Can't see necessarily where in the actual, because I've done a chain timing chain on the R56 Mini 1, as you've seen, if you've seen the videos, and you can really see slots, holes in the guides, but definitely it's cracked and fallen apart. There's definitely pieces off this side. It didn't look like it from that side. That looks like it actually is designed to terminate there, but yeah, there's definitely, that's where this plastic's come from. Right, that's one out. So this will definitely need a full-on replacement. We're not going to put this back in the car, or in the engine, sorry. This engine may not go in my car. Yet to be determined. But let's just have a look at this one. See if there's anything off this one. See, this one here looks intact. It doesn't look broken at all, but obviously we'll replace this one. Definitely has, hopefully you can see that, you can definitely see the ridges in the plastic where the chains run through, but it's not terrible. So a bit of alloy there with a plastic, and this looks like you could probably quite easily replace the plastic over the top of the alloy. I don't know, I've never bought a timing chain for this, so it'd be interesting to see if the kit comes with just a piece of plastic. Let's go over to the bench here. My hand's not a wipe. So, was it this one, wasn't it? Yes. So as we can see from this, there's like two little clips up the top here. I'm sure if we work them, could get them both off. He says, and get one off, then getting the other one off. There we go. And then that will, he says, assume, slide out the bottom, but not easily. Probably hitting plastic's not the best thing, but this is all going in the bin anyway. There we go, it's off. So there we go. The alloy guide is probably absolutely fine, and then maybe you can just replace the plastic bit. Right, anyway, we will leave this for now, but it's good to see all the bits and pieces, know what we need. I'm picking obviously this one. Maybe this, does this one do the same? This one here pops out of there and just pops off this guide. I almost guarantee though, when you buy a timing chain kit, and again if someone's bought one before, you almost guarantee that what you're buying is not just these plastic rails. You're probably buying all of this as well at the same time. But looks of it, all you need is this. Which is nice to see in some respects, because the N1214 engine, which if you've watched the videos, you see me replace time chain in that. The guides are literally just made of this stuff, the whole lot, and you can see why they. I mean, this is much more robust. Right. Oh, so look, I even saved all the bits of plastic. See, there's all the bits of plastic, and there's, yeah, look, there's one of the clips. Didn't find the other one. Side pieces, but yeah, there's one of the clips that used to hold it in place. Right, this video's gone on for quite a while now. We have got a little bit more content on the head coming off, but we'll save that one for the next video. I've shown you the oil pump. Now, it was a little bit long because I have to admit I was sort of busy trying to work out how things worked in there, and I think I've worked it out. But again, you know, drop comments down below. You know, I believe the pump spins up, the pressure builds up, and then it releases that tension spring, and then allows a lot more of the oil to flow around into the rest of the system. Just my thought. Anyway, but you can also see in the galleries that there is possible for oil to still be flying through in anyway. I did go on about silicon, I know. Like I said, because I find it everywhere and I find it could cause issues. And in certain situations, I guess silicon can be used if it's used correctly, but you know, where you see it, from what I saw in the oil pump, it's just been like someone had squirted huge amounts in there, way too much basically, and it was all around the edges and everywhere, which never a good solution when you can get you know, the seals fairly easily, to be honest, and not exactly massively expensive. Anyway, enough of that. We've been on my high horse enough about that. So thanks very much for watching. I notice we're coming up to 1,000 subscribers, so fantastic. Thank you very, very much for all those who have taken the time to click those buttons, for those who like and subscribe. I know a lot of us YouTubers go on about it, but it is tied to, you know, how the algorithms work, and yes, at some point money, and I guess there's well, I don't make anything from this, but you know, at some point, if money does come from it, it'll certainly help me bring a lot more videos to you guys. So thanks for watching. Hope you have enjoyed that, and we'll hopefully get that next one rolling, the next video rolling as well, as soon as possible, and get it out to you so you can see the head coming off. Take care for now. I'll see you next time.